I wanted to talk to you for just a second about a technique book that I use with pretty much all of my students when they're beginning to shift. And the book is Position Pieces for Cello by Rick Mooney. And just as a little disclaimer, I have to confess I do know Rick Mooney personally, but I'm not telling you about this book because I know him. I'm telling you about this book because I think it's great. What I love about it is that it's very clearly laid out. So when you're learning to shift, and you're not sure where the positions are and what they're called and what notes are there, this really helps clarify things enormously. So each chapter in the book is a position, and you will either be playing in that position or first position, and that's it. So you get a lot of practice just going back and forth, and it really reinforces things considerably. And each chapter starts out with a series of exercises, some of which have you playing, and some of which have you actually using your pencil and thinking about what is that note and where is it and what finger am I going to use. And you know, it breaks my heart when I see people using this book but just skipping past these exercises and not doing them, because I think this is really just incredibly valuable, and I've never found another resource that has something exactly like this without being dry and dull and boring. And so the beauty of this book is, ta-da, as soon as you get finished with that, you actually have music. And so there's all these short little pieces, and they're duets, so you get to play along with somebody, and that is quite nice musically. Since they are pieces, you know, not only are you getting practice with the shifting, but it's also good reading practice. And for the most part, they are fairly readable. You know, you don't have to have a particularly advanced level of reading ability to be able to play these. Now, there are some exceptions to that, and I'm going to be making some videos of the pieces that I found my students tend to struggle with the most. Just so if you need a little extra guidance, you might check those out. But for the most part, short and sweet, kind of cute, and very clear about, you know, what position it is and where you're going to need to go, because it does isolate the positions. My only other thing I want to mention about this is that although he doesn't say specifically shift to second position now, there are occasional finger numbers, and often those finger numbers are a clue that it's time to shift. So if you're playing along something and there is no finger number, don't shift, okay? Because he's very consistent about providing a new finger number when it's time to shift. Sometimes there are also other finger numbers just for bonus reminders about things. But yeah, that is one way that it's, you know, like professional music, that it doesn't tell you exactly where you're going with a little bracket, but still gives you a little hint and a little support. And so again, I'm going to be making some videos of a couple pieces in here that I think, you know, a little extra support might help many students. But I will mention that I'm not going to be making any videos of the ones at the very end of the book, which are the ones that actually do shift between various positions and start mixing it up. Because I think by the time you get there, the whole point of it is to figure out yourself where you're going. So, Position Pieces for Cello, Rick Mooney. He also wrote a bunch of other books which are really great. I'm not going to do anything in these videos with them, but double stop books, super fun. Thumb position, when you get there, super fun. Well, super fun. Yes. Compared to other thumb position books, it's definitely fun. But anyway, hope you have fun with that and find that helpful.